What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality? High quality and immersive sound? A sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
Wake your ass up, fool. John J. and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? John J. and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to John J. and Rich. Wake your ass up, fool.
John J. and Rich. Shoot us a text. Text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. In fact, here's a text right now. John J., you need to watch Long Bright River on Peacock. It's so good. You'll never see the twists coming. By the way, I started already.
Really?
It's with Amanda Bynes. She's a cop, and it looks like it's got serious potential.
Amanda Bynes?
I think it's Amanda Bynes. Amanda Seyfried, sorry.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, she's making her return to TV.
I don't think she's
No. Amanda Seyfried.
She should be doing it.
Yeah.
I know. I was like trying to picture her as a cop. I'm like, okay.
I'm like,
There's-
She's a
There's
good
like
actress.
several apps that I go to every day to look for, and there's some that haven't made it yet to my Prime. Like how we say on the iHeartRadio app, make our station a preset number one.
Yeah.
Like Peacock's not a number one preset for me when it
Makes
comes to
sense.
TV.
Same.
It's usually Netflix, and then I'll go to Amazon Prime Video or Max, and then maybe I'll go to Hulu. You know what I mean? So, but I never go to Disney anymore either. So anyway, that's on Peacock. So it's Amanda Seyfried, and it looks really good. It is on my watch list. Peyton, would you finish the Adolescence?
Yeah, I finished Adolescence. I was actually a lot further in than I realized. Yesterday, I was at episode 4 with 20 minutes left.
Oh, and there's only 4 episodes.
Yeah, and I cried my eyes out
So
like
sad.
a baby. It was so sad. As soon as I turned it off, I was like, that was a really, really sad series.
Yeah, and it's number 1 on Netflix, and it's so sad.
I don't know why I'd want to watch that if it was so sad.
It's
Why-
really
why-
interesting, actually. The message behind it is very moving.
Mm-hmm.
And John
Okay.
Jay was right. It's very interesting to see from the eyes of, the murderer's family and see what they go through. Because it's really sad.
Get this. Kyle, what are you watching?
I'm still watching Dexter. I'm committed. At
Dexter-
this point, I know that's the number one show, and I know you're saying it's interesting, and I'm like,
No.
I'm too busy. I'm watching
Hold on.
Dexter.
But I haven't said, Kyle, you need to watch it. Normally,
You haven't.
I say, Kyle, you need to watch it. I have not said that to anybody because I find this show a little, I don't like the sadness.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
like that. I would be too emotional watching
I did
that.
There
watch,
is some sadness in Dexter right now.
Sure.
I just finished season 4, and I'm it hit just
By the way,
as bad the second time.
Kyle's watching it for the
series.
second time. That's I did watch Righteous Gemstones, the first 2 episodes.
It's pretty
of season 4. It's so bizarre. In fact, I have a theory on Righteous Gemstones. Episode 1 of Righteous Gemstones starts out in 1865, and it's Bradley Cooper, and it's like a serious 1-hour show, and it's a Western, and there's shootings and murders, and it's graphic, and it's not funny. And I'm wondering if that's going to be a spin-off, much like Yellowstone had 1863.
Now
and you have
1923.
And now you have a whole show of Bradley Cooper and the prequel.
I would watch
to
it
Gemstones.
'cause
So
it
would
was-
I, because
it
it
was
was really
really
good.
good. Yeah.
It was really good, but it was not funny. Then the next episode is modern-day Righteous Gemstones, and it's completely out of control.
Yeah, he's like a scam artist in the 1800s, which is sort of interesting to see Bradley Cooper charm people and get away with stuff and keep on, surviving danger. But it has nothing to do with the rest of that show.
No, pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
you're probably right then. It probably isn't the plan to do that, because why even do that?
Right, and also with all these movie stars now taking TV roles.
Yeah.
Right, so maybe, because it was really good. So, anyway.
Well, Harrison Ford's doing the spin-off of Yellowstone.
Right, but they're all the Yellowstone people. This is Danny McBride. You know what I mean? But he also did Halloween.
That's true.
Right, so you never know. So yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. Anybody have a lucky day? Anybody lucky? Anybody
I
get lucky?
kind of did.
You did?
So, you guys, back in early December of last year, Addie, my daughter, she's 10. She couldn't find she has a Nintendo Switch, and she has a little tiny black book that holds the games. She's got a lot of games. and she couldn't find it. And we searched the house up and down. We searched because we had gone up to my mom's house in Payson. We searched her house up and down a couple of times now. We searched the cars. We searched the garage. We searched the backyard. We searched everywhere. And we could not find it, which is a little disappointing because those games cost a lot of money. So we've kind of had our eye out for it for a while now and just haven't had any luck, and we kind of given up, not really searching for it anymore at all. And Scott had to get his car fixed. And yesterday he picked it up and he texts me and he's like, I got some really good news for Addie. And I'm like, what? Not even thinking about this at all because we had given up on the search. Guess what they found in the car? Her little black book of games.
Oh, that's awesome.
We added it up. The amount of games in there that she has is like $720 worth of games. So when I gave it back to her, she was like ecstatic. She was like, oh, I can't believe this because it's been gone for so long, or it's felt like so long. And I was like, okay, now let's just think about this. If you had $720 in your hand, that's what you're walking around with when you're walking around this little black book. Let's keep an eye on it this time.
So she's just like her mother.
Exactly like her mother.
How many times is there a Kyle story where she's lost
Where's my
something
key card?
and then it's right there?
And it just pops up out of nowhere.
Usually in her purse.
Out of nowhere.
You gotta get her one of those little Apple tags to throw in there, so then that way you have like a little GPS thing just in case.
That's a great idea. Because she is my child, like you said. It's bound to happen again. But I was like, turns out today really is a lucky day.
Yay.
All right. So, Kyle, what's coming up with 3 things we need to know?
There are 2 history-making moments that will happen today. I'll tell you what they are next with John, Jay, and Rich.
Call the show and join the fun. 877-937-1047.
Kicking it with John, Jay, and Rich.
Kyle, what do you got for 3 things we need to know?
A couple of historic things are about to go down today. U.S. astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams are coming home. They finally departed the International Space Station early today after being stranded there for 9 months. They were only supposed to be there a week. They should arrive in Florida, I guess 6 o'clock Florida time. Do the math yourself. The whole daylight savings time thing always confuses me. So that's a huge deal. I'm sure they are totally relieved about that.
I like the way you said. Say it again. They're coming home. Say that.
They're coming home.
Damn it. This thing's not playing. Dang it. I worked so hard on this. Hold on. What a bummer. Bear with me.
Heading into the home stretch for Williams and Wilmore, the beginning of the end for a 9.5-month mission in space.
On behalf of Crew 9, it was a privilege to live and work and be a part of a mission and a team that spans the globe, working together in cooperation for the benefit of humanity.
Staring out into the night.
Crew 9, safe journey home.
I'm going home.
We'll be coming home, splashing down in the ocean, so that's what we're looking forward to.
I miss him so much, and I cannot wait for him to hug his neck.
It brings to mind family and all the people on the ground who support us.
I can't wait for her to come home and enjoy the beach with us.
We're coming back before long, so don't make all those plans without me.
Sonny Williams and Butch Wilmore begin their belated trip home. And undocking confirmed.
Crew 9's going home.
Hopefully, we did you proud.
It's going to be a great day for them. Also, making history, Trump said all the JFK assassination files totaling over 80,000 pages will be released today. He said nothing should be redacted. Kennedy was killed in 1963 while riding a presidential motorcade in Dallas. The shooting, we probably know, has been the subject of tons of conspiracy theories. So hopefully these will be the answers that everyone's been waiting for.
I've been reading them already. And so far, they're saying that Lee Harvey Oswald is the killer. So far.
80,000 pages is a lot of pages
to get through. It's a lot of pages to read.
I have a song for that, too.
You do?
No, I'm just kidding.
Good, okay. It turns out you may be eating fake sushi. Studies have shown cheaper fish alternatives are being mislabeled and masqueraded as salmon, tuna, snapper, and other top-shelf raw seafood. And it's almost impossible to spot after the sushi's been sliced and served. Enjoy your sushi today. Apparently, salmon, prawns, tuna, all the popular fish for sashimi and sushi are commonly mislabeled. It's not necessarily malicious. It's just they apparently label them differently so as not to confuse consumers. So a fish labeled as tuna could be like 68 different species. They just do it to make it easier on us, apparently. It may make you sick. It may not make you sick. It may not even affect the way it tastes for you. It's just out there. And now you know. The more you know. And that's 3 things you need to know.
You know, today is a big day. It's
Sloppy Joe.
National Sloppy Joe Day.
All right.
Sloppy Joe.
That's why I thought you were going to go with like tuna and all this stuff. And just be like, so you just mash it all up together. What do you have?
Oh, come on. Sloppy Joe is up. Sloppy Joe, you got. Sloppy Joe, Sloppy Joe.
It's National Sloppy Joe Day. By the way, Adam Sandler, they just dropped the Happy Gilmore 2 trailer. You can see it on John, Jane, Rich Instagram stories. Peyton, what is the vibe for predictions today?
I'm going to tell you how each zodiac sign handles having a crush.
Ooh, okay. Abby, hi.
Hi.
What's your
I'm
sign?
an Aquarius.
Okay, Aquarius. I feel like I can relate to this because my boyfriend is an Aquarius, but you guys are the confusing one. Aquarius, your crush is probably sitting there wondering, do they even like me or do they just think I'm pretty? You're acting totally normal, but behind the scenes, you're deep diving into their niche interests and casually bringing them up like it's a coincidence.
I agree. Yeah.
It's like, just tell me if you like me, please.
Thanks, Abby.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Christopher, good morning. What's your sign?
Is this Sloppy John?
Sloppy John.
And I'm a Taurus.
Okay. I got you for Taurus. Taurus, when you guys have a crush, you are the slow burn. You will crush on someone for months before actually making a move. You're over here memorizing their coffee order, accidentally running into them, and hoping that they pick up on your very subtle flirting. But Taurus, news alert, or news flash, they have no idea. You need to spell it out for them if you're crushing on someone.
Well, I got a crush on John Jay. Mr. Big Shot over there in Hawaii. I see he's on a yacht with a jacuzzi on the yacht. That's crazy. That's my crush.
Oh, I thought you had a question. No, that's, yeah. Well, thank you. Yes, it was very fun.
I follow you.
Well, thank you, Christopher. Thanks for following.
Happy Sloppy Joe Day.
Don't follow too much. Okay. Hello, Ryan.
Good morning,
Morning.
Starshine.
Hi. What's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn, the goat.
Capricorn, yes, you guys are the GOAT. When it comes to crushes, you are the low-key romantic. Capricorn, you will not let anyone know that you have a crush on them. Instead, you'll just improve their life by offering to help them with something, remembering all those little details, and making yourself indispensable. And honestly, Capricorns, you guys give the CEO of Slow Burn love.
Oh, I love that. Thank you,
It's a good
guys.
one.
I appreciate
Slow
that.
burn
You're
love.
welcome, Ryan. Have a great day.
You too. Bye, guys.
Kenny.
Oh, Libra.
Libra, just like Kyle. Okay, Libras, you guys are the flirt extraordinaire. Libra, you're out here charming the entire room, but now you're confused because you don't even know if you like them or if you just like flirting. You're going to drop hints, but the second they actually like you back, you Libras are running for the hills. You don't have any time for that drama.
You're right about that.
Yeah, I think my Libras have
Oh,
commitment
Kenny.
issues, but...
Do you like me?
All right, Kenny. Thanks for calling in, man.
you.
You have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye. Hello, Mike.
Good morning, Virgos.
Virgos, Mike, you and John Jay, you are the overthinker when it comes to crushes. Virgo, you have already analyzed every interaction, texted your friends for a full psychological breakdown, and planned your future wedding before even saying hi to this person. You like order, so naturally your crush strategy is a 15-step plan. Just don't get stuck overthinking it before you lose it all.
Nice. Nice. It's been a long time since I've had a crush, so that's...
Right? Like for me, did you go back to like when you were in high school? Because that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I went back to the early 90s, yes.
Yeah, I had a crush on this girl named Sandra Tomzak, and I remember she was beautiful. And I remember in my photography class, somebody had used her as a model, and they left a photo of her on the floor in the photography studio, and I found it, and I would look at it all the time.
Oh my gosh, of course.
I would just stare at it. I told you I kept it, and I kept it. I don't know what happened. I've looked her up on Facebook. I can't find her, but she was so beautiful. All right, Mike, have a great day.
Thank you. Have a blessed day, you guys.
You know what? She looks like Kyle.
Really?
Kyle, you and Sandra. I had a crush on Kyle Tomzak. What do you got for Pisces?
Yeah, Pisces.
I can tell you, I'll just buy you a car.
No, I mean, you are the hopeless romantic, and if that's comes with buying a car, then yeah, that fits. Pisces, you're daydreaming about this person before your first conversation. You've already imagined the love story, the heartbreak, the reunion scene. It's a full cinematic experience in your head. Now you just have to talk to them.
All the playlists I made for them.
Exactly.
All right, if we can get to your sign, they're all posted on our website, johnjaneandrich.com.
We want you to be part of the show. Call us 877-937-1047. Get on the air with John, Jay, and Rich.
Heather, good morning. You're on the air.
I'm a registered nurse, and I'm taking care of a lady who was just in a horrific car accident. And she had been in that state for probably about a month, and so a lot to deal with for the family. She was slowly but actively passing away, and I'm taking care of her in her room, and her husband is in there, and he starts kind of hitting on me, and we're making up conversation, and then he tells me he's a pilot, and he would love to take me flying in his plane, but he needed a couple weeks just to kind of sort everything out, and then he'd love to take me flying. Well, his poor wife is right there passing, and I feel guilty, and I'm just holding her hand and rubbing her hand, and I'm like, I don't think so. But it reminded me of the Seinfeld episode where George's fiance dies, and then he calls that actor that I can't remember her name, and the next day, and he's like, well, I have the funeral on Saturday, but I'm pretty free after that.
That's like, geez Louise.
I'm like, there's a special place like down below for people like that. Like, that is messed up. Like,
Did you even love her?
That's what I'm saying. Like, next to your dying wife. Come on, dude.
Did you do it, though? Did you go out with him?
No.
Good.
No. And I just kept going back to her, and just, I didn't know if she could hear me. I didn't know if she knew what was going on. I
That's
just
so sad.
On your deathbed, you're like, this guy.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
I would be like, yeah, that.
You know what?
I might come back alive after that.
I would almost call the police and have them investigate the car accident.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what the hell?
That's what I should have done.
Yeah, that's a little like...
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you so
of
much for
course.
texting in and telling us. That's
You're welcome.
unbelievable. Bye, Heather. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good morning. Wake up every morning. Start your day with John, Jay, and Rich.
I wake up with my favorite artist.
And it's Billie Eilish.
It's Teddy Swims, and you're listening to John, Jay, and Rich.
I got stacks of information. Rich has life hacks. It's called Stacks and Hacks. 5 years ago was the beginning of the COVID pandemic. 5 years ago. Isn't that wild? It seems so...
It feels like 20 years ago and then 2 years ago at the
Yes.
same time.
Yeah, so the top things we were Googling 5 years ago, we were all binge watching Tiger King.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was learning to make sourdough. Number one thing we were Googling, it was face mask searches. That's so crazy, man.
The sourdough trend is back.
It's
I
still
know.
there. Yeah, it never
just,
left.
I'm just getting into it because I miss bread. I'm trying to eat healthy, and my sister always said bread is the enemy, and I've been eating a lot of bread. I freaking love bread.
It's the best.
So good.
KFC has now added fried mashed potato poppers for a limited time. You can get them on their own with a side of gravy. It's in a new Dunkin' bucket, which includes their tenders, fries, and poppers. Sounds so good.
They do everything right.
People are getting so much Botox that they're becoming immune to it. That's the headline. I clicked on it, read the whole article, and it was just too long for me to finish. But apparently you get it, and you're getting used to it, and then your body doesn't react to it anymore. But it looks like Kyle's yours is working fine.
I've been getting Botox for a long time. Still working, thank God.
Pepsi bought the prebiotic soda brand Poppy for $1.6 billion.
Whoa, those guys were on Shark Tank.
People wanted healthier options than regular old sugar water.
It's good.
Pepsi did their thing with that. That was genius
I
on them.
know.
As expensive as that number seems, I think that it'll be well worth it.
Poppies and stuff, and I would love it if it was available at drive-thrus. You know,
A company in Spain wanted to honor a 69-year-old employee for working there for so long. Then they realized that the dude hadn't showed up to work in 6 years, and he was still cashing checks. Cops in Tennessee are looking for 4 people who robbed a store at Snake Point. They used 2 pythons to threaten the cashier.
Could you imagine?
Oh my gosh, that'd be so scary.
I would run. I'm sorry.
Same.
I'm out of here.
Someone checked out of a hotel in Michigan and left an alligator behind. A housekeeper found it under the bed. Get this, because Kyle, your phone folds, doesn't it?
It sure does.
The first foldable iPhone is coming next year and can cost $2,300.
Meanwhile, they're on the 6th version of my phone.
I know. A Peruvian fisherman was rescued last week after he survived 95 days lost at sea. He's 61 years old. He got pretty emotional when they got him back to dry land the other day. He said he was thinking about his mom and his 2-month-old granddaughter that kept him going. He survived on rainwater by eating birds, turtles, and cockroaches.
Oh my gosh.
He hadn't eaten anything in 15 days before a patrol boat out of Ecuador found him last Wednesday. He'd been gone since December 7th and was 680 miles from shore.
It's a miracle.
Goodness.
Did you see what this Tesla self-driving feature got tricked by a Wile E. Coyote fake wall? Now, if you don't know Wile E. Coyote, it's Roadrunner and the kind of coyote, yeah. And a lot of times the coyote would set up a fake wall and then hope that the Roadrunner would smash into it, right? So he wanted to see if he set up this fake wall, looked just like the cartoon, wanted to see if the Tesla feature would go, that's a fake wall, I can't go through it. But it didn't, it went right through it.
Oh.
So it doesn't know that it's a fake wall.
Or did it know it was fake, and that's why it went through it?
Oh, that's good. By the way, speaking of the pandemic, was 5 years ago. There's a list trending now of all the cringy things that celebrities did at the beginning of the pandemic. You know what the number one cringy thing is?
Is it the one where Gal Gadot sang
That's it.
Imagine? Yeah.
yeah.
That was weird as weird could
She
get.
got all her celebrity friends to lift us up by singing John Legend's Imagine. It was only 6 days in. I guess Vanessa Hudgens, she made these ignorant comments after they canceled Coachella. She on Instagram Live and said predictions.
I thought it was really cringy when they were like, we're all in this together. We're like, yeah, but you're like in your bajillion-dollar
Right.
mansion. We're not really in this with you.
She said that the outbreak might last through July. It sounded like a bunch of BS. Priyanka Chopra recorded herself on a balcony clapping at healthcare workers and first responders. Madonna and Katy Perry got fooled by a meme. There was a video of a quarantined Italian singing together from the rooftops and balconies. Drake posted a video from his home basketball court. This is just what you're saying, guess this is my life for a next however long. And Sia tweeted the word virus with VIR crossed out. So it just said us, which apparently means something. I don't know what that means. But anyway, that was 5 years ago. What do you got for life hacks, Rich?
John Jay, what movie do you feel like from your childhood you've seen the most times?
Probably the very, very, very first Star Wars and the very first Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones. Those two, probably.
Okay. What about you, Kyle?
Maybe Dumb and Dumber or Anchorman.
Okay. You've seen those the most times? Peyton?
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and Dreamgirls.
Both.
Flint Lockwood.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you ever notice that watching your favorite childhood movie instantly puts you in a better mood. So now psychologists say there's a reason behind it, and you should do that. And whenever it's on, you should watch it until the end, because rewatching a movie that you already love reduces anxiety by 40% and boosts your mood, because when you know how a story unfolds, it removes the uncertainty, giving your brain a sense of predictability and control in an otherwise chaotic world. So you're feeling kind of down, feeling like the future is scary. Watch your favorite movie, and it will make you feel better. That life hack and many more can be found at johnjanerich.com.
It's John Jay and Rich. Our phone number is 877-937-1047. The text line, you can text us anytime. You text JJR and whatever you want to say to number 96893. Last night on Fox was the iHeartRadio Music Awards. It was hosted by LL Cool J. It was like 2 hours long.
Good show, man.
Lots
Real good
of
show.
awards given out to big-time people. It was fantastic.
Did you guys notice? So, they announced Nikki Glaser. She's going to be hosting the Golden Globes again in 2026. So she had her first hosting gig, right, with the Golden Globes. I feel like she's got a whole new respect for hosts, because there was one point where LL Cool J was bringing on... he was bringing on a couple people to introduce an award, and Nikki Glaser was right there in the audience looking up at him, and you could see how engaged she was. Like, I was like, oh, I wonder if she just appreciated the people that were in the audience at the Golden Globes that were actually engaged with what she was saying, and now she's hyper aware of that because it was like she was nodding really like.
She was also singing along with Gracie Abrams like crazy.
Yeah.
And part of that is because I know when I saw that, I'm like, okay, she's not faking it because she went to like 17 Taylor Swift shows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Gracie Abrams opened up for her, and she actually won the Breakthrough Artist of the Year award. And
I love her.
She thanked Taylor and the other like superstars that got her start.
For the incredible artists who've allowed me to share their stages at different times and in different ways, Taylor and Olivia and Noah Kahan and The National, I'm in awe of all of you. I would not be here if it were not for the support, loyalty, creativity, and true goodness of the fans. So just thank you so much. You guys are my whole...
Sweet.
She's so sweet. It's so good. SZA won R&B Artist of the Year for the third year in a row, which sets a new record for most wins in a category. I know. Peyton was excited about that.
Yeah,
she looked
girl.
amazing last night.
Give her flowers. She deserves them all.
Yeah, Jelly Roll won Country Artist of the Year. Glorilla won Hip Hop Artist of the Year. Her speech, I was dying during it. She's
funny.
She's so funny. And then Sabrina Carpenter won Pop Artist of the Year. Then we had some like you said, John Jay, huge artists accepting some really big awards. Lady Gaga accepted the Innovator Award, and in her speech, she kind of slammed ageism, which we know is a thing in pop music.
So even though the world might consider a woman in her late 30s old for a pop star, which is insane, I promise that I'm just getting warmed up.
She's awesome. I love her.
Her speech was really, really moving, and she does that so well. Mariah Carey accepted the Icon Award, and she just reeks icon. Like, so Money Love and Tori Kelly, they did a little tribute to Mariah, and it was really cute because Money Love, who killed it, by the way, while she was singing, she was like, "Can I sing to you, Mariah?" And Mariah was in the crowd. She's like, "Please do." It was just a really sweet moment.
"Can I sing to Mariah?" And Mariah's like, "Yeah, whatever." And then I thought she turned and sang to somebody else. Like, I was like, wait a minute. And then I thought Mariah was like, "Okay, you're doing a good job, but excuse me, step aside." Like, I thought she was going to get up there. And then I was having this moment during it. First of all, I thought Tori Kelly nailed it too.
Their vocals were so good.
I was like sitting there going, I had this like, I'm watching this on my couch, and I'm just like, this is our radio company. This is there's no other radio company putting on a massive award show on TV.
And getting all those names.
I was like, this is freaking nuts. And then when Benson Boone was thanking people, I think it was Benson Boone, he thanked Tom Pullman. Do you have that audio?
Yeah.
Listen to this.
"This is a crazy job. It is not what I was expecting to do with my life. And every day is a new adventure. From the very beginning of doing radio interviews and promo and coming to radio stations, Tom Pullman has believed in me and iHeart has believed in me, and they have played my music and streamed my songs. And truly, it is incredible to feel believed in. So thank you to the people."
I was like, oh my God, that's like our boss.
Yeah, and then Mariah thanked Tom's boss and our boss's boss in her speech.
"Is the lighting okay? Because I don't like bad lighting. Do you like the ensemble? Thank you, iHeart, for this incredible honor. Thank you, Money and Tori, for these beautiful performances. Even now, I still get excited when I hear one of my songs playing on the radio. It never stops being magical. I want to thank John Sykes, the president of iHeartRadio, and my Lamely.
She's like, "You've been through me through thick and thin." She actually said John Sykes was like her first manager.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as opposed,
and that's like our boss.
Well, because she was like,
same thought that you had.
She was, you think it's somebody else, but it's not. I think she was referring to Tommy Mottola. Remember all that?
Yeah.
She married that guy. She was like,
yeah.
The thing about the John Sykes guy is I've met him before, and he intimidates the hell out of me. Like, I met him one time.
He's like very powerful in radio.
Yeah.
He knows everybody. Everybody.
Yeah. I was like, really, if you Google that guy or Wikipedia him, you're like, whoa. Right. So anyway, it was
Absolutely.
really cool.
It was awesome. And then I was wondering if Taylor Swift was going to be there, and like all her fans were wondering, is she going to make her first public appearance since the Super Bowl and all that? And she wasn't there in person, but she was there to accept the Tour of the Century Award. And she's just so graceful.
You made these songs for the last couple decades into what they became so that we could do a 3.5-hour set list. It blows my mind. I'm never going to stop being grateful for it. And I appreciate this more than you know.
The thing that everyone's talking about, though, is she was standing in front of a brick background, which normally, I guess, doesn't usually happen. And so they're thinking there's some Easter egg there. But the big Easter egg, the obvious one, was her necklace, which was a snake necklace on a black shirt, which everyone's going, okay, this is the Easter egg we've been waiting for the remake of her Reputation album. And so fans are like freaking out because, you know, nothing Taylor does in something like that is unplanned.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like for the next few days, I think everyone is going to be dissecting all of the intricate Easter eggs of that. But that was the obvious one that came out of her speech, which was pretty darn exciting.
Yeah, I know all the Swifties are excited about that. Did you guys see JoJo Siwa's outfit?
Yeah, it was so
What was the big deal about her outfit?
At least her hair was like
I was like, okay, I understand, because last year at the iHeartRadio Awards, JoJo Siwa went viral for this like meme clip, and someone had asked her like who her dream guest on a podcast would be, and it's like a very cringe video of her, and so I'm like, I feel like she's trying to like one up herself after last year, but I'm like, girlfriend, I don't know if that worked out for you that well. I was like, I do not know what is on your head, what is going on.
Well, for me, last time watching it, I was like really proud, right, that I work for this company.
Yeah, of course.
But then it was like, this is where my brain went. So they showed our friend Woody in L.A. He introduced something, an award or something, right?
He's talking about alternatives, talking about Green Day.
Then our friend Charlemagne in New York did something. And I was sitting there going, oh, I wonder if we made a video. And then I was like, well, I didn't make a video. And then I thought, maybe Rich made one, hadn't told us yet. And I'm waiting. And we were never on.
No.
I guess
I would love to talk about
doesn't
Nelly.
acknowledge Arizona and Phoenix at all.
I can talk about Nelly all day.
Hey, man. I'm like, yeah, I was at a basketball game with Nelly.
Yeah.
Like, at least you could have put me in, hey, man, this guy was sitting across from me in a
It
Suns
was a
game.
fantastic show. Only you would find something to complain about, John Jay.
No, it's from St. Louis. I can talk about St. Louis.
You only got, I only have people in New York and L.A.? What about the middle? What about the middle, people?
We got cameras in here rolling all day. We can do a video for anything.
Yeah, let's make a video anyway and send it to them.
Okay.
Hey, you guys probably left this out. We've got the #1 downloaded podcast in Arizona. You don't think people in Arizona want to watch your war show? Anyway. Man, a lot of people calling about different stuff right now. Danielle, what's up? Good morning. You're calling about Starbucks?
Hey, yeah, good morning. I was listening to the show from yesterday where you guys were talking about the guy who burnt his hoo-ha at Starbucks.
Yeah.
And might be winning the money. Did you guys watch the security footage of it? It gives you like a better feel for forming your opinion of what actually happened.
Does it look terrifying?
No, it's not as terrifying as you'd think. So the innocent lady is handing, the little drink carrier to him. And he feels like he's like holding it completely normal for 4 seconds. And then he starts shaking it looks like. And then, it spills and he like drives forward probably because of the pain. But I would recommend looking at it just to like form your opinion. I mean, I know we don't fully know if like the lid was secured on there, but it was interesting to see.
Okay, so you're saying it'll formulate your opinion, meaning you're more on Starbucks' side or you're on his side?
Ooh, I don't know.
I feel like more on Starbucks' side, but I don't really. I mean, I feel like we can't really know because we can't like zoom in and see if the lids were really secured on. It was just weird that he was fine for like 4 seconds.
Well,
I don't know. I'm watching it right now. I'm not sure if I'm on your side. Like, it looks pretty like he's holding it straight, and then once he sets it down on his lap, it sort of tips, and that's when you can see him clearly like jeering pain. So for me, I feel like he had it like she handed to him level, and then once he set it on his lap, if the drinks were secure, like if the lids were secure, that probably wouldn't have spilled.
Yep. I'm with you, Kyle. As I'm watching this video, he does hold it, and it is pretty steady as it's like being transferred from the drive-through window into the car. But they're going to win on that.
Like
claim
if I was on the jury, I'd be like, yeah, it should have.
The lid should have stayed on.
Yeah.
And didn't he get a doctor report where he's got permanent damage down there? I mean, that would be the killer. That would be the evidence.
It's definitely like damage. He definitely. I mean, if it's spill, it's going to cause damage. Maybe I need to watch it again. I watched it.
I have permanent. I have permanent damage down there. Who can I sue? All right, Danielle. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
There's a text, by the way. I've been trying to call this text number to get him on the air. It was about this. It's so funny. It's a 602 number. It says, you guys missed an opportunity for a great joke about Starbucks guy that got awarded $50 million. And then he paused, and the joke is, I guess the balls aren't in his court.
Punny.
All right, let's get ready for second date update. We're going to switch gears real quick. Cheyenne, good morning. What's going on in your world?
I went on a date with a guy last night, and I'm convinced he's a leprechaun because he's not calling me back. He just vanished.
All right, say no more. Second date update happens next with John, Jay, and Rich.
It was supposed to be the start of a beautiful relationship, but somebody screwed it all up. Second date update right now with John, Jay, and Rich.
John, Jay, and Rich, time for second date update. You go on a date with someone, you expect there to be a second date. There isn't. That's what Cheyenne's going through. Welcome, Cheyenne.
Hello.
So we want to hear your story. Then we're going to call the person you went out with and find out why they're blowing you off.
Yeah, so I went on this date last night with this guy.
Last night?
We both met. Yes.
God, let the guy breathe a little bit.
No way. He needs to commit.
Let's hear her out.
We really got along. Like, we were really, like, I don't know. We matched on Tinder. And then we've been trying to see each other for a while. But yesterday was the only day we could meet up. So we met up super early at, like, 4:30 p.m. So it was early, but honestly, it, like, felt like a vibe. He's a short king, strawberry blonde hair, and we had a great conversation. I was definitely into him, and he seemed like he was into me, too. But now he's, like, totally ghosting me. Like, I haven't heard a peep from him since we parted ways. I don't really get it. You know, I even sent, like, a cute text, and there was just, like, crickets. Like, just no response to it at all. So my friend said she was, like, you know, bitch, you might have gone on a date with a leprechaun because that man has vanished into thin air. And I was like, okay, whatever. But I'm seriously wondering if that could be the case. So I don't know. I was wondering if you guys could call him because
Sure, but could he not be sleeping? Like, not ghosting you? It was last night.
Look at how much research she's done since then.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the whole story, and he's not getting back in a night. It's like just the morning.
I'm kind of liking your logic, though. Like, yesterday was St. Patrick's Day, and you had to go on a date with him. You were trying to see him. I'm with you. I'm here for the delusion with you, girl. Let's figure it out.
If it were like 10 days later.
Right.
Did he pay for drinks with a pot of gold?
Right.
That
To
could
bring
be
out
it.
his gold coins.
So when you say he's a short king, how short is a short king?
I mean, he's pretty short. Like, it's like a noticeable thing. Like, when you first meet him, you're like, oh, you kind of take note into it, but he's really cute. So it's like, you know, it kind of all works.
Okay. Now, last night, did you guys spend the night together? Did you leave? Was it intimate stuff or just he had to go somewhere else?
We did get pretty close, I would say. So, yeah, that's why it also kind of feels like, oh, I'm not getting a text back, you know, kind of, not, you know.
Could he be in the next room?
Doesn't she need to find the end of the rainbow?
Like, could you have just gotten up and walked into the living room and called him? He's in bed
Hey,
next to
top
you.
of the morning to you. I was just getting a cup of coffee.
There he is.
My bad, guys. He was under the covers. Never mind. He didn't ghost me.
Short King standing up underneath my kitchen table right now.
Sorry, Cheyenne. But I mean, it is pretty soon. Like, is there a reason you expect like such a prompt response? Like maybe had some family to be with, or you know what I mean?
I think I just just a little text back would be cool. You know, like I sent him a cute text, like, oh, you know, it's fine, whatever, and nothing back is a little. Like, we're all on our phones all the time. Like, I know.
Leprechauns aren't always on their phones.
Yeah, maybe not.
Like, how tall was he really? Was he like 5'8"?
Hey.
Or was he like 4.5 feet?
He was shorter than me. Like, it was noticeable. You know,
Okay.
like one of those people that is it's a short guy.
Now, how tall are you? Because if you're like 6 foot,
Right.
shorter than you, may not.
Oh yeah, I'm 5'5", so I'm like just kind of the standard. You know.
Okay.
Okay.
And he was noticeably shorter than you.
Yes. Yes.
All right, let's call. We will call him and find out what's up, okay?
He's going to be like, what gives?
Yeah. Oh, my God. I just saw her last night. All right. So you hang tight, Shai. What's his name?
His name's Ryan.
Ryan. Could be a leprechaun.
Totally.
That's a very Irish name, Ryan. Ryan O'Leary.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on the line, Cheyenne. We're going to get him on the phone, and we're going to call him next, okay? Find out why he's blowing you off. Second date update continues next with John, Jay, and Rich. 104.7 KISS FM, John, Jay, and Rich. This is a second date update, a very different second date update because she says she's getting ghosted, but she went out with him last night for St. Patrick's Day. Cheyenne, you're talking about Ryan. Your friend said he's a short king, or you said he's a short king, and you're joking about being a leprechaun, but he's small, right?
Very small, yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're going to call him. He's probably going to be pissed. Like, the hell? Last night.
Or
He's
maybe
like,
he
"What
will
gives?"
reveal himself as a leprechaun.
Which would be amazing.
All right, Cheyenne, so you stay quiet. We're going to get him on the phone, okay?
Hello?
Hi, is this Ryan?
Yeah?
Hi, my name is Peyton. I'm with the John, Jay, and Rich show. We just wanted to call you and talk to you this morning. If right now is an okay time, did I just wake you up?
What? What's happening?
You're on the radio. If that's okay, we'd like to talk to you. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right.
All right, are you like, you got that St. Patrick's Day hangover?
At least, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's kind of why we're calling you. This may sound a little, what's the word?
Forward.
Forward? Rush?
Premature.
Rushed.
Premature, yeah. What'd you say, Kyle?
Stage 5.
Yeah, stage 5. You went on a date with someone yesterday, and they've reached out to us and say that you're blowing them off. And I know it was yesterday, but we just kind of wanted to hear your point of view.
What?
Yeah, did you go out with a girl named Cheyenne?
I do, but I have been sleeping or vomiting or sleeping.
That's what I figured.
it.
Did you like her?
Yeah, for most of the parts I remember, yeah.
Okay.
I did like her.
Okay, good. So you're planning on calling her when you sobered up today?
Yeah, oh, yeah, definitely not right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I bet you even his text looks hungover.
Yeah, I mean, you sound very hungover.
Yeah.
So we're sorry to call you this early, but we had no other option.
She misses you so much.
Oh, my gosh. She didn't say that.
The reason we're calling you is because Cheyenne, the person we went out with, is actually on the phone with us right now. So Cheyenne, go ahead, say hi to Ryan. It's probably a lot to deal with.
Hi, Ryan. I thought you were like an actual leprechaun and you disappeared in the thin air or something. Like it was really weird, but I guess you sound extremely hungover.
A leprechaun? What? No, I'm not a mythical creature. I am the guy you met last night.
Oh, okay.
I just feel awful. Yeah, but yeah, I'm hanging in.
Okay, all right. Because you didn't text me back, and so I was like, okay. And my friends were like making fun of me because, you're shorter, you got red hair. We met up on St. Patrick's Day, and I was like, okay, he just like bounced like a real leprechaun. I don't know.
You were starting to believe it, sounds like.
Look, I'm short. I'm not leprechaun short, but all right. Yeah.
He's like, okay, actually, chill out on that.
Good thing he's still kind of drunk, or he'd be really offended.
But I feel you, Cheyenne, because you are probably such a baddie that you are expecting that text after, so you have to come up with a story in your head to explain why this man wouldn't text you back.
Well,
I would probably do the same.
Like texting with your friends, and they're all like agreeing, and they feed things into your psyche. So yeah, I mean, I could see how you would start to.
So Ryan, how tall a guy are you?
I'm 5'5".
Okay, so you're not.
I'm 5'5".
Okay, yeah.
That's a short king.
No, it's short king, but it's not like
but that's
leprechaun.
Yeah.
Like I thought for a second we were talking about, the word we're not allowed to say anymore.
Chandra.
Yeah. Look, I've been a leprechaun before. I've played that character before, but that's not why I bailed. It's not who I
You didn't even bail. You just went to sleep.
Yeah.
It's not like you're blowing her off.
Yeah. I mean, we did mention to her that, it was only last night, so.
I swear you are going to get a text. I swear.
Okay, I just didn't get even just a little text back after my text, so I was like, okay, not even an emoji. I don't know. Okay, well, all right.
All right, so would you two like to see each other again?
Yeah, but with less whiskey, way less whiskey.
With less whiskey, okay. Okay, good. All right, well, we can set you guys up.
Okay, yeah, that would be great. But I don't know if you're 5'5". I'm 5'5". I think you might be a little shorter than 5'5".
I was kind of thinking the same thing because she was like, I'm 5'5", and he was noticeably shorter.
But, like, you know that's a thing that men do. They lie about their height.
Unless she was 5'5" and she was wearing heels, and he was.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
He was not wearing heels.
I was wearing heels.
So he probably looked a lot shorter.
That's a good point. Good
Yeah.
point, yeah.
But anyway.
Okay.
All right, we'll set you up with dinner. You guys go somewhere and get some short ribs.
I can't even imagine eating anything.
Get some rest.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Thanks for jumping on there with us. Cheyenne,
Cool.
Ryan, you're not even freaked. You're not even going, my God, it was just last night. Chill out.
I know, that means he really likes her. I think that's so cute.
Yeah, I know. That's
He
cute.
probably thinks he's dreaming right now.
Crickets, just like those text
All right.
messages.
Second in update. John, Jane, Rich. John, Jane, Rich. Jackie sent us a text about that whole situation. Remember the girl cut off all her hair and the boyfriend was mad. You got something like that, Jackie, that happened to you?
Yeah, I do. I was listening yesterday, and I cut off all my hair in the middle of the night while my husband was sleeping. And he woke up, and I had not a lot of hair left, and he didn't mind.
Oh, he didn't mind.
No.
Why in the middle of the night? Why not wait and have a professional do it?
Well, I was feeling spontaneous. And
Got the itch to have a new look.
Yep, and just chopped it off with scissors from the bathroom. I obviously went and got it styled.
Are you a hairstylist or you just tried it?
No, it was bad. I had to go get it.
Oh. All right.
But I rocked that pixie cut for a couple of years.
Cute.
Well, thanks for sharing that story with us, Jackie.
Yeah, of course.
And what a great guy you're married to that he didn't care.
He's like, all good.
Oh, he would help me buzz it and everything. So
All right, have a great day.
you too.
I gave myself a haircut one time in the middle of the night, and then I found out the next day somebody was like, making major changes to your head is a sign of mental illness. And I was like, oh, wow. But I gave myself the Skrillex haircut. Do you know you guys remember what Skrillex?
All on one side.
It was like asymmetrically shaved, and I worked at the shoe store, and I came in the next day, and everybody was like, oh, God, what's happening with Grant?
He's spiraling.
Yeah, but then, literally everybody was like, do you need to talk? And I was like, dude, I just got drunk and gave myself a haircut. No big deal, guys. And then, it turns out I was crazy. So
you would back up that theory that it is a sign of mental illness.
100%. I was having a tough night, guys. And a haircut seemed like the only solution.
This will change everything.
Thank you, Grant.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, Desiree.
Hey, how's it going, you guys?
Good. What happened to you?
My husband decided to shave his beard off about a month before our wedding.
Oh, that totally changes his whole look.
Uh-huh.
Oh, big time. Baby face.
So he needs that
and
too.
I've never seen him without a beard before.
So what did you do? What'd you say?
I came upstairs from working, and it's like 7:30 at night, and I come upstairs in our condo, and he's like, hey, babe. And I'm like, who the hell are you? I had transformation. It was totally crazy.
Did you like the transformation, or were you not into it?
Well, he luckily grows beards back really, really fast. So I'm kind of more concerned about what our wedding pictures were going to look like. So I was like, I don't know if I like the baby face or not. I like him with a little scruff on him. So
there's something
it was definitely shocking.
There's a phrase, and I cannot figure out what it is for the life of me right now, but it's like when a man shaves his beard, and it's like, no, don't do that. Like when Michael B. Jordan shaves his beard, it's not Michael B. Jordan anymore. Yeah, or like if James Harden, but it's called something. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's a beard ick. Who knows?
Like beard goggles or something.
Something like that.
Well, Desiree, I would think that before you get married, you'd want to see him without his beard.
Yes, for sure. I've seen like high school photos where he had no facial hair.
Okay. I was like, before you say I do,
like about $100.
I'd want to look and make sure their face, they're not like, oh, damn.
Good thing he didn't propose to you like that, all shaved.
Right. And I had no idea he was even doing it. He was just like, I'm going to go get a haircut. And I was like, okay. And then he comes home with no hair.
So how long have you been married?
Will be 3 years in May.
Okay, so is he with beard or without beard?
He is with beard right now. He sometimes shaves it off just to kind of do something different, but it grows back right away. So.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing that story with us, Desiree.
Absolutely. Have a great day, guys.
Hi, Ariel.
I called in yesterday.
regarding your guys' feelings on how you would feel if your ex-spouse cut your child's hair without telling you.
Right.
And I have an update for you. You'll never guess what happened last night.
What?
So my ex sent me some pictures, and he chopped my son's hair.
Oh, he did do it.
Almost completely off. Yesterday.
He's like,
But your son didn't want that.
So my son likes the mullet, and he kept the mullet, and I think that's how he convinced him. But he chopped the sides off really short, and then kind of like a faux hawk on the top. But then the mullet is left in the back, and I think that's how he convinced him to do it.
oh, I'm surprised he didn't go for all of it since he was there anyway. You know?
I don't know what would have been worse. At this point, it might just all have to go. But I can't believe it happened right after I was just talking to you guys in the air yesterday.
It's like almost too much of a coincidence. I feel like he was listening and he heard us, and then he had to come back and, you know what I mean?
Right? Power trip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I feel like there's a little bit.
Kid's hair, but what?
Right.
That's why he's the ex, right?
It's terrible. Yeah, exactly.
Well, thanks for the follow-up, Ariel.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good day, guys.
Bye-bye. Kelly. Whoa. Kelly.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey there, guys.
You're calling about second date update, right?
I am. I'm calling about second date update. I was cracking up at John Jay's little joke with they're going to go eat short ribs. And it made me think of that Golden Girls episode where I think Rose brings home a date, and he's like a little person, and the other ladies just cannot stop making jokes. And I think Dorothy comes out of the kitchen with an appetizer and says, shrimp, and then turns around and walks right back into the kitchen. I just couldn't, like send them out for shrimp or short ribs. But yeah, good one, John Jay.
Oh, thank you. It just came to me.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. Thanks
Oh,
for having me
awesome.
on the air.
Thanks, Kelly. Thanks for where are you going today? What are you doing? What do you got going on? Where are you going? Where are you driving right now?
Heading to work.
Where? What part of town?
Heading to work. I work at Mesa Community College.
MCC.
Yay.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, come see us. I'll advise you.
All right. Drive safe, Kelly. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having me, guys. Take
Bye.
care.
Couple things really quick. We talked a lot about the moon thing, right? Going to get those people in space.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this clip from Brian Regan, the comedian Brian Regan, where it's about this space program, and I just thought it was a different perspective. Why is my computer not playing stuff, man?
I got you up.
I know, but it's like I have this, like, I keep getting logged out of my computer. Hold on. We're going to get into awkward moments tomorrow.
We've had 12 people on the moon. Ever since we've done that, you hear about people who get upset about little things in their life, and they blame the fact that we've been on the moon for their problems, as if there's a possible tie-in, you know? Like if their phone cord is all tangled up, they can put a man on the moon, but they can't make a damn phone cord that won't bunch up. They can put a man on the moon! Maybe if we never did that, they'd be happy, huh? Isn't that phone cord driving you crazy? Oh, nah. We haven't even had a man on the moon yet. Why would I let something like this bother me? I think life's a bowl of cherries.
That's so damn funny.
It's
man.
so real, though. Right? That's why I think I'm into the moon conspiracy, because why is my phone charger scrunching up?
It's freaking nuts. All right, we did some entertainment news. We also got our Post Malone VIP giveaway going on right now. So you go to our website. You go to 1047kissfm.com. All the details are on there, but it involves you making Kiss your number one preset on the iHeartRadio app, and then you send it in. Demi Lovato, Jonathan Majors. That's crazy, right? More of that. We're getting into that next. John, Jay, and Rich.
Microphone check. Tap in and say what's up. Check. Open the free iHeartRadio app and tap the talkback mic to send John, Jay, and Rich a message now.
How about Bad Bunny's underwear?
Oh my gosh, his new Calvin Klein ad.
The dude is sexy.
That's very crazy. Actually, it's kind of funny because I've been just like scrolling on Instagram and looking at like, different things. And he performed at our iHeartRadio Music Awards last night. And it's really funny because like the thing that a lot of people are saying is that there's room for 2 people in that jacket. Big long jacket.
And Peyton, what about Tracy Morgan? Did you see the footage last night?
I did. And when I first saw it, the first post that I saw was actually 50 Cent posting it. And I was like, is this an AI image? Because 50 Cent is known for being like a troll on Instagram. And then I saw more and more updates come through, and Tracy Morgan had thrown up courtside at the Knicks game last night.
Dutch and I were watching the game, and he goes, he takes his phone to me, and he goes, "Did you see this? This just happened." I go, "Where?" "On this game right here." I'm like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, they had to like wheel him
Stop
out
the
in a
game,
wheelchair.
too.
And then everyone's like coming back like Funny Marco. He's like, or Michael Blackson, excuse me, that's who said it. He was like, he's fine. Like, he just had too much to drink. Like, that was all of that cognac he had to drink. But honestly, me seeing it, I feel like Tracy Morgan gives like, he's like uncle vibes. Like, and I hated seeing him on display like that in such a vulnerable state. I was like, protect Tracy Morgan at all costs. Like, what are we doing here?
He could have had a like stomach bug. Maybe he ate something bad or something.
And I felt so bad for him just seeing him in that state, and then everyone just making memes out of it.
Yeah. I was, we flew to Hawaii last week for spring break, and our flight left like 3:00, and it was 3 hours delayed because as soon as I got on the plane, some guy threw up in the bathroom and missed.
Oh no!
So and they wouldn't let us get off the plane, and so they had to clean it up while we just sat there and waited, and it took forever. And then the pilot's like, "By the way, we're going to get some fuel." I'm like, "What the hell you been doing for the last 3 hours?"
Maybe have done that whilst they were cleaning.
But how about, speaking of AI, and Demi Lovato?
Yeah, Demi Lovato turned to ChatGPT for the roast me trend, and she had her fiance read it.
Okay, so I asked ChatGPT to roast me, and Jordan's going to read it.
Roast Demi Lovato. Oh, you mean the artist formerly known as Confident, but now more like Confused? Demi Lovato has had more rebrands than a failing fast food chain. 1 minute, they're punk rock. The next, they're singing pop ballads. And somewhere in between, they're beefing with a frozen yogurt. Like, babes, just pick a lane, or at least a consistent genre.
I love this because to me, this says she's in such a good place that she's okay with joking about herself. She's okay going down that road.
It surprises me she would be that mellow about it.
Oh, she's chill. If you guys haven't followed Demi Lovato on TikTok, do so. Her TikTok's amazing.
I was going to roast me on ChatGPT, but I figured roast Rich Barra.
Okay, go.
Give me some context. Are we talking about a friendly roast, a full-on takedown, or something in between? Also, what's Rich Barra's deal? What makes him an easy target?
Oh, my God. No, ChatGPT. We're not giving you all the goods. You got to come up with it on your own.
That's
You're
easy.
ChatGPT.
That's low-hanging fruit, ChatGPT.
Kyle, what about Jonathan Majors?
This is pretty scandalous. So Jonathan Majors, it's a newly resurfaced clip that captures him admitting to strangling his ex-girlfriend. You have to listen really closely because in it, he is speaking with her, and he doesn't necessarily say, "I strangled you," but he says, "I aggressed you." And then she clears it up, and he doubles down on the "I aggressed you."
I'm ashamed. I've never wrestled with a woman before. I mean, it's just, I aggressed you. Like,
You strangled me and pushed me against the car.
All those things are under aggressed.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's never happened to me. So I'm
Because I said something sarcastically, if in your eyes.
clearly it's more than that.
Yeah.
Clearly that.
Something inside of you.
Yeah.
So if you remember, this was like in 2022, he was arrested for that. He was he was found guilty of 2 charges of misdemeanor assault and harassment, but he kind of continued to deny it. And it's like, at that point, just own up.
I can't with Jonathan Majors. Like, I can't. He had that huge breakout role. I think it was like Creed 4.
Yeah.
And then he does
The
all this. And then
Avengers.
it blows my mind even more that, like, the Megan Good is dating him. Or I think they're engaged. Like, girl, open up your eyes. Like, what are you doing? Like, it makes me sick to my stomach. When I saw that, I was like, interesting.
Yeah.
Good morning, Chantel.
A couple years ago, you guys were going over, like, what it means about like, how you shower, I think it is, like, what you start with first and everything. And so you guys were going around, everybody was explaining what they do, and Kyle said that she poos twice. And I'm listening, and I'm like, why is she mentioning that she poos twice when she showers?
And so this whole time I'm thinking, she goes number 2 times when she showers. And so that stuck with me. And then a hairstylist had called in because somebody, I don't know if it was like Delaney or Suzette or somebody had said that they shampoo their hair and they leave it in their hair while they wash the rest of their body. So this hairstylist calls in and she's like, no, you don't do that. You have to rinse the shampoo out immediately. Like, it's not good for your hair. And but she was like really scolding whoever had said it. So after that, like I said, this has been years. It's just stuck with me. Every time I take a shower, I think of Kyle going number 2 and this hairstylist like scolding me every time I put shampoo in my hair. Like, I feel like she's watching me and she's like, rinse that out.
Okay, so for the record, Kyle, it wasn't number 2 when you said I
It's
poo.
shampooing twice a day. Shampoo. I just feel so bad that you've had to like picture me pooping in the shower every time you shower for like years.
You know what? That does change how I feel about you. Now I have that image and I don't want it.
Because we were like, yeah, so you double shampoo? Yeah, we double poo.
Yeah.
Like it was.
But I mean, I also have had that image, but had no idea this conversation took place.
Gross, Jay. Why would you want that image?
I love it all.
I've ruined your showers for years.
Well, I get a kick out of it, so
okay.
I laugh in the shower now.
You're like, Chantel's like, well, I don't poo in the shower even once.
You
So
probably
poo.
shouldn't. That would be quite a mess.
Poo is short for
Gross.
shampoo. Shampoo. Well, Chantel, you're awesome. Do not put poo in your hair. Put shampoo in your hair.
No, I will wash it out immediately if I do.
Thank you so much for texting and listening, Chantel. Have a great day.
All right. You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye.
I am reincarnated. I'm a stargazer. Life goes on. I need all my babies. Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up.
John D. Rich. Hey, Kathy.
Hi.
What's going on?
So, got in a fight with my husband Friday night. By Friday, he doesn't want to go out to dinner. By Friday, I want to go out to dinner. So, hey, can we go to dinner? Yes, if we leave right now, we can go to dinner, right? So, okay, I throw some clothes on. I'm excited. We're hugging. We're kissing. It's going to be a great Friday date night. There's a storm coming in, and he looks at the sky, and he says, we really should turn around and go home. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to turn around and go home because it's raining, right? So we pull into the restaurant. Right as soon as we pull into the restaurant, like, I'm not kidding you, like golf-size hail starts coming down.
Ooh.
And I'm like, oh, gosh. Oh, okay, this is bad, right? So there's a bank right across the street. So I pull over to the bank. I'm sitting under the thing so that the hail's not completely hitting the car. It's still hitting it, like it's coming in from the side. But at least we're not, like, completely exposed. All these other cars keep coming into the bank drive-through. The bank's still open. They're glaring at us, whatever. So hail gets done. We leave. You know those little, what are they, like cement things that divide the lanes in the drive-through?
Yeah.
So I clip one.
Ooh.
And I'm like, damn it, are you kidding me? Of course, that gets him, oh, my gosh, what did you just hit? And I'm like, I mean, obviously the curb, and obviously I meant to do it, right? So, and my car is out of gas, which he always says, you wait until I get in your car to run out of gas so that I fill your tank. Which I don't.
I'm familiar.
I don't. I don't 100% do that, but it does happen a lot, right? So here we're trying to go to dinner. Then our friend calls and says, hey, where are you guys going? And we tell him where we're going. And Dan, my husband, is like irritated as hell about the whole situation. And they want us to come out where they are, which is like 30 minutes away. And I tell my friend, I'm like, I just start yelling. I'm like, it's not going to happen. Okay. Now the car is ruined. We've got hail damage everywhere. I clipped a curb and I'm out of gas. Okay. That's where the evening is headed. And the friend on the phone is like, oh my gosh, you know. Of course, then it gets into like, well, it's just like a $500 deductible. You'll be fine. No, we have a dealer license, so it's a $2,500 deductible. The car is not completely damaged, but there's definitely hail damage. We ended up turning around. I said, I'm going home. I'm turning around. I'm going home. So we went home.
Well, see?
Your husband was right? Is that what
Did
we're
he
getting
say, I told you so at any point during that evening?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. He was fuming. Yeah, and I said, let's just go home. And I was calm about it, for a second. I was like, let's just go home because all we're going to do is glare at each other across the table. We're going to spend $200 on dinner. Why? So we went home. He had salad. I had cereal.
Cereal for dinner is a win. That's a win.
Kathy, thank you for sharing that story with us.
All right, thanks. Bye.
All along there was a fever. I want you to stay.
John T. and Rich. All right, we're going to play a game. We need a contestant, 877-937-1047. We're going to set you up to go see the new Snow White movie in theaters this weekend. So call us right now. Whilst, as Kyle would say, whilst we wait for a contestant, Kyle, tell us about the new bucket list.
So every break that my kids have from school, summer break, fall break, spring break, it's become a tradition now that we do like a bucket list. So we had a spring break bucket list. And for me as a parent, it's like just an easier way to come up with ideas of things that the kids will enjoy to do on the break. And so this usually we just do one poster board for the whole family. But this spring break, I let Addie do one and Easton do one, and they had all kinds of ideas on things to do. And it was interesting to see the difference because Addie wanted it to be collaborative, like asking everyone what they wanted to add to the list. And Easton just went. And he's like, golf with Daddy and Doodle. That's what they call my dad.
Doodle's cool.
Pop stroke with Daddy and Doodle. I'm like, so basically you don't want us to be part of your spring break. That's cool. Whatever.
He wants a boys' summer.
Totally. One thing they both agreed on doing was going to Slick City, which I talked to you guys about before. It's like, think of like a trampoline park, but instead of trampolines, they have all these like crazy slides.
Oh, yeah.
So we did that. And Easton, the last time we were there, would not go on a slide at all. Just wouldn't do it. Was totally scared of doing it, just not. And so this time I'm like, last time was a birthday, so I didn't have to pay for your ticket in. And it's not cheap, you know what I mean? It's like good fun. You get your money's worth, but it's not cheap. So this time I'm like, you're getting on a slide. I know they've got other things to do, but he's like, I'm scared. It's too high. So now I'm realizing, okay, my 7-year-old has a fear of heights. How do we get him over this? Like, can we get him over the hump? Because I think going down a slide for anyone is a lot of fun. And they have all different kinds of slides. So I first said, oh, what if I go up with you? And that didn't work. He was not having it. Then I said, okay, well, you're just going to sit here and watch everyone else have fun. That's not very fun. So then I said, all right, if you do a slide, you could play one of the video games here. And he was like, maybe. Then he sees the claw machine and he's like into the claw machine and he wants to do the claw machine. I was like, just do a slide. That's all you have to do. I'm not going to make you do something you don't want to do. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. But also, like, you don't really need to play video games either. So anyways, he got up with my daughter and their friends that were with us, and somehow they convinced him to go down. He went down the slide. He had a smile on his face the entire time of the slide. And when he got down, my dad, me, my friend who was there with us, we were cheering for him like, you did it! You faced your fear! And he gets up and he bursts into tears. And I was like, oh my God, what's
terrified.
Wrong? This is a great thing. You overcame a fear. Like, enjoy, like, celebrate this moment, right? And he was like, he couldn't like really contain himself. And then later he's like, Mom, those were like happy tears.
Aww. He did it.
But he didn't go down any more slides.
Watch him grow up to be like a daredevil or stuntman.
Yeah. I would be surprised.
Celine. Is it Celine? Celine?
Yes,
Selene. Okay, you're our contestant. Grant, what game are we playing?
Oh, brother, we are playing the 4-second rule this morning. It's one of the easier games we play on the show. I'm going to give you 4 seconds to name 3 things in a category, and you're probably wondering what 4 seconds sounds like. So, Rich? That's 4 seconds. It happens fast. Is it Selene? Selene, right?
Yes.
Does that sound good to you?
Yes.
All right. I'm probably going to call you like 4 different names during this game, so sorry about that.
Selene, she said it.
I know, but still, I'm going to panic and forget. Sorry. And give myself a haircut.
Grant's got mushrooms running through his veins right now.
Constantly. All right, so John J. Van Ness, we start with you, big dog.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Were you talking about Adolescence earlier on Netflix? Is
The
that
TV
what it's
show?
called?
Yeah.
Real sad show.
Yeah.
John Jay, in 4 seconds, other than Adolescence, name 3 sad shows. Go.
Electric State, Silence of the Lambs, and Schindler's List.
Those were three movies?
Shows? You said shows? I didn't know you meant TV shows. Shows. I could have said.
Movies could be called picture shows. Some people call them.
So if I would have said Death of a Salesman, that's a show, and you go to Broadway play.
You know what? I like your argument.
All right.
Nice job.
Oh, wow.
Good job, Judge.
I didn't know
You're
that
a
we...
sucker
No,
for
dude, I
that.
like
We can fight for our points.
I'll take the L, by the way. I'm okay. I was just telling you where my brain went.
My parents used to say, you want to go to the show this afternoon? And so, it's the Met movie. So I like that.
Righteous Gemstones, they call it motion pictures.
Wow, dude. Wow. Rich Vera.
Present.
All right, Rich, 4 seconds, brother. In 4 seconds, Rich, name 3 green foods. Go.
Green eggs and ham, rotten bread, and string beans.
I like it. Nice job, Rich. Moving over to Peyton Whitmore. Peyton, you saw the Tracy Morgan clip last night?
Made me feel really bad for him.
He's a public figure. He threw up on the Knicks court yesterday.
You mean also a public figure?
Also a public figure. So
is a
You're going to have to listen to our afterwards podcast where
deep references.
Peyton lets everyone know she's a public figure.
That is not what happened.
So Peyton,
As a public figure.
name 3 places you don't want to puke in public.
At an NBA game, at an NFL game, at any basketball game, at any game ever of any life.
I'll give it to you. Nice job, Peyton. Kyle Unfug, are you ready?
Ready.
Did you see the story about the Florida man arrested for chugging a beer in a stolen ambulance?
No, I did not. But
It's
that's
the most
crazy.
Florida
That's
story
very
of
Florida.
all time. Yeah. So, Kyle, with that in mind, in 4 seconds, name 3 things that would be fun to steal.
A golf cart, an ambulance, and a police car.
Yes, Kyle.
What about a soul, Grant?
Good answer.
Lots of grand theft.
A child.
Grand theft auto from Kyle.
It'd be fun. It'd be fun.
Celine,
Yes,
are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, the Philadelphia Phillies just announced their new ballpark food, and they have a s'more quesadilla. It's a s'more inside a quesadilla. So, Celine, with that in mind, in 4 seconds, name 3 flavors that should be quesadillas.
Chicken, beef.
Cheese.
Yeah, I think she has a valid response to that because there should not be anything
no idea.
sweet.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
How do you score that one?
Round 2, you guys. Let's see. We got everybody on the board except Celine, and we are shifting gears into hard mode. So everybody ready?
Okay.
John J. Van Ness. I screwed up the corned beef yesterday for St. Patrick's Day. Almost ruined my night in the household. So, John J., in 4 seconds, name 3 foods that are hard to cook.
Eggs, lasagna, and pizza with pineapple.
I'll give it to you. All can be challenging. All of those things can be challenging. Rich Barra, hard mode. You ready?
Let's
bro?
go.
He's always in hard mode.
We're all always in hard
Don't
mode.
go there.
Stop.
Rich Barra, in 4 seconds, Rich, name 3 words that are hard to say.
Falafel, indigenous, elliptical.
I'll give
That
it
was
to
a
you.
good question for Rich.
I would have also accepted curriculum.
Yeah, it's tough.
Peyton Whitmore, hard mode. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. All right. Peyton, in 4 seconds, name 3 shows that are hard to watch.
Oh, geez. Friends, that 70s show, that 90s show, Full House, Fuller House.
Don't like the sitcoms. I'll give it to you.
It's not
Nice
my
job,
kind of jam.
Peyton. Kyle Unfug, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Hard mode. Kyle, in 4 seconds, name 3 muscles that are hard to exercise.
Your triceps, your ankles.
Muscles? Come on, brother.
That would be hard.
I'm trying to think like how to get rid of cankles. Like, what muscle is that? That's hard to do.
Well, no points for Kyle in the second round. Celine, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. I gave John Jay the 3 foods that are hard to cook. Now, Celine, in 4 seconds, name 3 foods that are hard to eat.
A steak, bread. What?
Celine, You are a terrible contestant.
That's not nice. It's a hard game.
It is a hard game.
It's hard though, dude.
Doesn't matter. You're still going to go get the tickets.
Yay.
Oh, thank you.
You got it. You're going to go see Snow White.
This is so much fun.
I know. Thanks for listening.
I'm very nervous.
I know.
Yeah, it's tough. It's easy when you're listening, hard when you're playing, right?
Plus, when you're on the phone, it's hard, too.
Exactly.
It's always
All
hard.
right, hold on. We're going to set you up with those tickets. Hold on. Kyle, what's coming up with 3 things you need to know?
I'll tell you when you need to be careful about using humor at work next with John Jay and Rich.
John, Jay, and Rich.
Call the show at 877-937-1047.
What are 3 things we need to know?
Okay. Be careful if you're trying to be funny at work, if you're in a leadership position. According to research, leaders often overestimate how funny they are, and it creates tension instead of camaraderie. People don't want to hear the jokes about how you called them in on a Friday for a meeting and then laugh. Good leaders can read the room before using humor. Bad leaders assume they're always funny. Fun at work should emerge naturally. Forcing it just backfires. So just think twice, like I said. What if you could grow your own Ozempic? A group of University of Ottawa students is making waves with a project that could change the way we produce medicine in general. They created a plant-based system that grows medications in tobacco plants, offering a cheaper, greener alternative to traditional drug manufacturing. This was inspired by, I guess there's an Ozempic shortage, and they were trying to figure out, is there a way that we can do this a different way? And that's kind of when things really can become super great, right? Like trying to find that need, right? Find a need, fill a need, like Robots, the Disney movie. But it applies to so many things. If you are looking for a great first date spot, they say coffee houses, coffee shops, especially warm, inviting locations with a good vibe, have become a go-to destination for first dates rather than meeting up for drinks or a full-on dinner, because it sort of just lets everybody have their guard down. It's not as big of a commitment as a full-on dinner.
You'd be there 10 minutes.
Casual. If the date is not, if you're not feeling each other, it can be super short, or you can hang out at a coffee house all day.
Yeah,
Don't you feel like it's
that.
been that way since the 90s? No?
I feel like people have turned to coffee shops back in the day when they were worried that the date might not go well. But this is now it's just a vibe.
And I can agree with that. They just opened up a Starbucks right over by my apartments, and I walked to it the other morning, and it is so nice in there. I was like, oh my goodness, I could totally come in here, work, come hang out with one of my friends, so I can totally see why somebody would want to go on a first date with somebody at a coffee shop.
Yeah, I think it's the perfect first date, really.
First date. I love that.
And that's 3 things you need to know.
So there's this guy that's texted us. Our text number, you text JGR, whatever's on your mind, to 96893. And on our Afterwards podcast, which you can hear, I don't know if it's up already, but you can hear Afterwards podcast. I tried to call the guy on the podcast, right, because he's complained about our show. So I thought, let's hear him out. So I couldn't get a hold of him, but he just texted us. Before I read the most current text, here are some of his texts that he sent us last week. Now, we were on vacation last week, and we still taped new stuff on our show, but there were some reruns. So this guy says, hey, John J. Rich, time to make some new fill-in content. Y'all's Little Kid Drunk Adult has been used and played 3 times as of Monday morning show that I just listened to. I hate reruns of any kind, unless it's a TV show. Friends, of course. May want to get out of the habit of telling every caller to drive safe. Fun times.
What are you tell him to drive recklessly?
Then he goes, then the next day, welp, it's Thursday, 3:13, and yet I'm hearing all about the guy who uses Fred's McDonald's points again. Too busy with all your morning routines for your body that you can't make any new content, John Jay? Then the next day.
Is this our consultant?
Podcast for Friday the 14th. Didn't the spring break bus just start up? Yet you guys are replaying the Dallas restraining order bus again from last year? You guys are all over the place. You all struggling for content? Holla at your boy. I can always find good content for you guys. Then I called this guy 3 times yesterday and 3 times today. He goes, hey, I see you guys called me. I'm unfortunately training this week. Training someone this week on the job. Still listening to your podcast in previous days, as always. Hard to take calls while training. My apologies. Besides one small bit, it was new. I heard one small bit. It was new and fresh yesterday. If you guys ever get any openings, let me know. Anyway, he's listening now. He liked the new fresh content.
Right. I like that he's keeping us in check.
Well, we were on
Sometimes you need it.
vacation.
I know, but you know what I mean? At least he's being engaged. Thank you. We appreciate you. At least I do.
No, I think I appreciate him listening, but also I think are we not allowed to go on vacation ever?
Guess not.
Yeah, we did a couple of reruns. A lot of stuff was all new stuff, too, but it was just...
We get yelled at all the time for that. It's Christmas Day. You can't come in for a little bit. Spend time with your family on their time.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality? High quality and immersive sound? A sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The 7 from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The 7 is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The 7 podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+. Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.